Okay, team, today I want to talk about consultant versus coach. I think this is a really important distinction to make, especially when we're working with different clients, because we typically refer to ourselves as consultants, and we'll go through what that means. But we need to be mindful that for some of our clients, they actually want to be coached. So I'm going to talk about what the difference is. Now, I've read a bunch of books over the years, and I'm just going to highlight a few. This is Alan Weiss's book on consulting. It's really good. But this one here by Chris Marr is one that I've picked, and the notes on the slide that you're seeing here come from. There's a lot in that book, but this particular insight I thought was really helpful. So let me just quickly break down the difference between consultant and coach, and then we'll chat about some of our clients and their needs in each category. So a consultant does the thinking, gives opinions, and is focused on the business. So you might think, well, that's pretty much most of our clients, isn't it? Well, yeah, and that's the easy path. I actually think consulting is much easier to do than coaching. What's coaching? It's when we help clients do the thinking, and we need to hold back on opinions, very hard for me. And it's very focused on the person. I think that's the difference, focused on the business versus focused on the person. And so typically, I think it's okay to assume that for most of our clients, we're in a consultative approach. We're playing the consultant. They've come to us because they have a problem that might be large or small. We often solve micro problems, but sometimes it's larger problems, and we want to guide them. You'll often hear the word best practice. Show me the best practice. Can you guide us? That's all about consulting. We do a lot of the thinking for them and then help them with the strategy, implementation, and a training. So that's a very advice-based approach. However, we are seeing more regularly, I would say, lately, a need for coaching. So what's the difference? Often it's less about short-term pain fixing or solving a problem, and it's more about long-term transformation, not only of the business, but of the person, helping them skill up. And in those kinds of situations where it's probably going to be a bit longer as an engagement, often we've got to look for those cues where our clients are saying, look, can you help me work out how I would do this? So instead of just giving them the answer, we kind of guide them in their thinking. We ask them more questions than answers providing to them. So that's the difference. And typically this might be someone on the marketing team. They're looking about how can I build a nurture sequence or workflow for our clients. So we're actually asking them questions. Well, what do you want to achieve? What do you think would be best for your particular target market? How do you think they would respond? We're actually asking questions, getting them to think. And then we're like, well, what do you think they would prefer as a format to receive communication from you? That's what we're asking our clients about, what they feel about their clients. So that's the kind of path we go down there. The other thing to mention, and I guess this is the final point, is sometimes it switches. And so sometimes we'll have a consulting client and they want to move into more of a stage of coaching, more about the individual contributor growth. And then sometimes that same person might jump on a call and they're like, hey, I need help getting this out quickly. Can you help me? And we have moved from coaching back to a consulting approach with them. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. It's very important. I want you to start thinking about that, being tuned to it. And then typically it comes down to, is it the business or the person that we're most focused on? Is it about giving them advice, or is it about asking them questions? Hope that helps. I'll see you in the next one.